Hi, my name is Cornelia Engle, and this is my e-portfolio. I am currently a 5th, 6th grade intervention specialist in Amherst, Ohio. I completed my undergrad at Miami University and am now finishing my graduate degree at Fort Hays State University. I have 2 classes left to finish up in December and then this internship that I'm finishing as well. So I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to receiving my diploma and then working for my licensure. So in 2 years, I would like to have my administration license and be applying for jobs. In 5 years, I would like to be an assistant administrator, whether that is in an elementary or middle school, or whether it's working with a special ed director. And then in 10 years, I would like to be either a head administrator, again, working in elementary or middle school, or supervising students with different disabilities. So those are my goals, professional goals over the next 10 years. My philosophy of education, we'll look at that next. My belief is that we are here for students, and it's our responsibility to do what's best. So at the end of the day, everything, we need to be able to look back and say, okay, did I do what was right for the kids today? Did I make the decisions that are best for them? So like I said, this might mean making unpopular decisions. This might mean showing up when no one else does. The lessons we teach may have nothing to do with Common Core. When we walk into a classroom, sometimes it's hard to understand why students are doing things that are different than everybody else, or sometimes literally hanging from the ceilings. But it's all part of education, and it's all part of doing what's best for students. My school day has never ended when the kids walk out of the building. Being a special ed teacher, I have never found that my school day ends, but I know as an administrator, it really does not end at the end of the day. And some days, like I said, it seems like it never ends. Each day students walk out of the doors or walk in our doors, and it's our job to feel like when they walk out, we did the best we could today. And if we don't feel like we can say that, then what can we do to change that for tomorrow? We have students for the first 18 years of their lives for the most part. And we can make a big impact if we put them first and we make decisions based on, on what they need. What do our students need? What do our 12th graders need? What do our 2nd graders need? What do our preschoolers coming in from Head Start programs or from home instruction programs, what do they need? So if we can look at what our kids need each year of their life, then we can make a really big difference. Next is my program of study. And as you can see here, I have a couple of transferred classes from a previous program. But like I said, as of December, I will finish up my educational finance class and my special education for leaders class, and I'll be all done. And then for my resume, make that bigger so you can see it. Oh, there we go. Sometimes technology works, sometimes it doesn't. Again, Cornelia Engle. My objective is to be a building or district level administrator at an elementary school or middle school level. And then I have my degree from Miami University, finishing up my degree at Fort Hays. I have experience working as an intervention specialist since 2008 within our district. I have been working on my internship since this past January, and then I also have coaching experience in our district and in another district. My annotated bibliography. There we go. I really picked articles that are really applying to what I have been working on. This one is, we're looking at different schedules for next year. We're moving our 3rd and 4th grade building into our building. So this one talks about literacy and content areas and how to expand literacy. And then problem-solving strategies from a mentoring principal. I just thought that was really important to look at those strategies, as I will be a first-year administrator at some point. RTI, right now our RTI program is very different than how it will look next year. So I really just wanted to address that, and the principal that currently has third and fourth grade has been working with our principal and myself, and we'll be working forward to see what program changes we need to make. Laptops, bringing technology into the classroom. Again, our third, fourth grade actually has iPads for the whole building. Here we have computer carts for teams, so we have about 30 per team, where you could have anywhere from 60 to 120 students on a team. So we definitely don't have one-to-one ratio here, but the third, fourth grade building does have an iPad ratio of one-to-one, and just how the teachers can use that to change their instruction. Fitting everything in the day. We are going to go from 2 grades and 18 homeroom teachers to 3 grades and 30 homeroom teachers next year. So again, really trying to make sure that we're fitting everything we need. Specials, we're fitting instruction, we're fitting RTI, we're fitting lunch and recess. So again, planning. There's so many things we have to fit in our schedule next year. So again, looking to the future. We started a PBIS program within our district this year, so that article was really interesting, just because that is something that is a new focus within our building. Again, our younger elementary schools do it, so we thought, again, it was important to bring that into our building as preparation for next year. STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. I have been doing STEM science this year in my class, a lot of hands-on. We have made catapults, we've made roller coasters, we have made pulley systems. We are actually working on bridges right now. So, and just the hands-on that we've experienced, and I'd really like to expand that throughout our building and eventually our district. I know our high school is doing some STEM there. They're doing some different programs up there. So I'd really like to see us bridging the gaps between elementary school and the high school. Homework debate. It's always a debate. I know that parents can be frustrated when they get to 5th grade and 6th grade, and there's a lot more homework than there has been in 3rd and 4th and 2nd and 1st grade. So just because we are bringing up younger grades, okay, if you're not wanting to send homework home on a daily basis, what kind of connections can you make to what you're teaching so you can reinforce those skills at home? I think that's an important conversation to have. I have been looking at attendance this year, so this article is really interesting because it does discuss the correlation between September and the rest of the school year. So now that we're past September, I am going to chart just September and see how that correlates to our students' attendance for the rest of the year, and then at the end of the year brainstorm with our principal and the other principals on how we can make a change. What can we do? I also was looking up different ways that school districts have made changes and what they've offered students, incentives and things like that, or working with parents. So I'd like to see what we could do. So I'm interested to see if our data matches or reflects the same information that they have. Testing obsession and disappearing curriculum. Again, looking at scheduling for next year and making sure that we're still teaching science and social studies. I know a big focus is in math and language arts, but science and social studies aren't going away, and they shouldn't. Very important subject areas, and just making sure that we're still dedicating time to those subject areas. And same thing with physical education and math, and, music and art, and what we can do to best help those. Okay, and from here we will go to my activities and the evidence I have. So this activity is our levy information. We had a levy that we actually just passed last week, which was really exciting. We will be getting that new elementary school. So next year, 3rd and 4th grade will be moving into our building for 2 years, and then 3rd grade will go to our new elementary school, and that will be pre-K through 3rd grade. This right here is a certification for Public School Works, which is our statewide testing that we have to do for administrators and teachers. And it's law information, it's law updates, policy updates, and then we have to do testing to prove that we've taken the courses. This is our Comet Clinic paperwork. Our Comet Clinic is a huge event for our district. People come in from all over the state to come to this event. So I'm really lucky to have the opportunity to have worked the event and to have been able to work with coaches and athletes from around the world or around the country and from around our state. So it was a really great experience for me to have to meet athletes and coaches and to be able to introduce them and also work with the uh, the athletic director at the high school and work with the principal and some high school teachers who I don't normally see on a regular basis. So that was a great experience. Elementary. This is a letter from our superintendent. He sent that to me, so that was really awesome that he sent me a personalized note. This is a newspaper article reflecting the interview that I did with our local media in regards to our new PBIS program. And actually, if you scroll down, the whole article is linked right here. I was only able to upload part of it. And then this is a newspaper article about a presentation that I did at the board office last year and some stories that one of my students wrote last year. And then for secondary, this is one of the things that I did this year was work a football game, and this was the event that accompanied the football game. We had a student pass away last year, and there was a bench dedicated in his memory and a balloon launch that occurred before our game started. This is training that I attended. I did transition training, getting students ready to leave our district and leave our schools, and just was able to work with that. And then this is curriculum training, my certificate for finishing curriculum training. My activity log. My activity log is actually quite large. I did over the 150 hours logged. I logged 100 over 180, but I actually did well over 200 hours. There's a lot of things that you don't realize that you're doing. And a lot of times, a lot of opportunities came up that I just jumped in, partook in them, but didn't necessarily record them. My evaluation, and got a great compliment from my principal who said, well, if I don't sign this, can you keep interning for the rest of the school year? So I told him that I would be more than happy to continue to get the experience for the rest of the school year and even in next school year. But he did need to sign my internship so I could be done. But it was really nice to have him say, well, if I don't sign this, can you not be done yet? And then my reflection. And there we go, open that. Before I started, I knew being an administrator is a ton of work. I was not, I definitely had no reservations about the fact that administrators work very hard, they work very long hours, that there's a lot to do, there's a lot behind the scenes that people just don't appreciate. But I realized that's just the tip of the iceberg. You know, there are always things that can be, that's going on. There's always people they can be talking to. There's always people knocking at their door. There's always emails to be answered. There's always paperwork to do. There's always observations to do. There's always parents. There's always students. There's always things going on that principals can do. There's really never a moment of downtime. And just the standards really helped with that, really helped me to see all the different things that principals have to talk about, that they have to worry about school finances, that they have to worry about laws and ethics, that they have to worry about making sure the decisions that they make really reflect the decisions that the district as a whole would make, and just how important board policy is within their decisions. So that was great, and the standards really helped with that. Biggest question still that we're working on is how do you have the time? And you know, even myself, like, how do I determine what do I handle? Do I handle the discipline, or do I look at attendance and just making those decisions day to day and doing what I thought was best at that point for students? You know, and I learned a lot. There are still things that I have questions about, and as my principal said, I will just learn them as I go. So thank you very much for taking the time to look at my portfolio. Have a great day.